Creative Mindset by Robbie Mars.
Say there's someone who wants to get into music producing. Let's say Perth.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who wants to get into music producing in Perth. What would be the best advice from someone who went from scratch to now full-fledged career in the business?
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to them?
I guess I would say just start, just do it. Obviously, you need to be good at what you're doing. You need to know what you're doing. I guess if you start too early, you could burn bridges, or like people might think, oh, he's not that good, and you might improve over that year, but
They already have that opinion.
they already have that opinion of you. It can be hard to change, especially Perth is very reputation. It's very small. Everyone knows each other. But in saying that, I think you do have to back yourself, and you do have to understand that you will have, like we said before, those failures. You might not provide what they want, and that's fine too. Just getting out there and starting, because you can't ever plan for the stuff you'll need to know. You'll have an idea of what you think it's going to be like, and it will be very different.
In terms of getting new artists to work with, obviously posting on your Instagram and stuff like that can be useful, but what other advice do you reckon could be good?
Definitely going to shows, going to local events and things. That's what I did a lot at the start.
And just telling them, I
Yeah.
produce music.
I mean, in a bit of a segue of my really true origin of how I got into the scene and how I met everyone that I make music with was I was making dubstep, and I was doing dubstep remixes for this Perth rap group, Rich Valentine, which is, they haven't made music in a while now, but if you're in the Perth rap scene from years ago, you would know them. They did a clothing launch or something, and they invited me to just come through, and they did a collab, I think, with Banks Clothing, I think. It was one of the things, I just went to this face-to-face event, and I didn't know anyone there. I'd only chatted them on SoundCloud. I'd never even met any of these guys. And I go to this event and I know no one. But I just had that feeling of, oh, I should really get outside my comfort zone and just try and meet some people. And I struck up some chats. I met some like local artists there. Well, I said I made music, and then they showed me their music and stuff. And then from there, that was my first kind of connect. And then I went to more shows, met more people, and oh yeah, I'll come through and check out your little home studio. And then one person recommends the next, and then
just
you go
leads
from there.
into
And then
each other.
after like 5 years, now it's, like my full-time thing. So I think, face-to-face interaction is really important. People really want a face to the name, and you'll
And
get
it's
a lot
free
further.
to go to some of these shows. as
Yeah,
well. Like, you just
yeah.
literally pull up and be like, yo, I make music.
Yeah,
I'd love
exactly.
to work with you sometime.
And you'll meet someone, and then if you can just say, oh, I'll record you for free or whatever, that's what I was doing. And then I'll say, oh, I'll record you for $20 an hour or something, real cheap. And then once people go, oh, this guy's actually good, and they recommend you, then you got the ball rolling. And then from there, you just keep going. It's just a slow consistency game. And then you meet more and more people, and your network expands. And then, it's like that multiplying concept where 2 people recommend you, and then 4 people, and then now it's 8. And then like now I've worked with almost 1,000 people or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Instagram and social media is very important too, but
Just going to the shows.
yeah, going to events, meeting people.